Aimed at inspiring young people to spend less time on their smartphones is one of the winners of a prestigious Australian award for films made on smartphones. While many teenagers grapple with screen addiction, the founders of the Smartphone Flickfest believe getting them to be creative with their phones and devices is the answer. The festival has attracted entries from around the world, proving anyone with a phone can make a quality film with a powerful message. Co-founder of the SF3 Festival, Ali Crew, joins me now, along with budding young filmmaker Kate Snashall. Thank you both so much for coming in tonight.
Hi, Jacinta, thank you.
Hi. If I could start with you, Ali, so I can give Kate a bit of time to breathe there. So, Ali, here we are trying to get kids to spend less time on their phones, yet you're saying let's make films on our phones. Do you think that that's one of the ways to get them to focus, to be more creative with their phones?
Absolutely. Look, kids have incredible stories to tell. And the accessibility of smartphone cameras now means they can tell those stories through film. At a really young age, they can learn the language of filmmaking to tell their stories through film. Traditionally, obviously, it's been through drawing or writing. Film is a really exciting medium to tell your story.
We're looking at some of the films as we're speaking, so you can see the quality. It is extraordinary. Is this the future of filmmaking, do you think?
Well, our ambassador is Philip Noyce of Dead Calm fame, Sold. He's a Hollywood director now, Australian Hollywood director. And he's our ambassador because he believes the future of filmmaking is smartphone cameras. He fully believes that. He says you can shoot on your phone, you can write on your phone, you can edit on your phone, you can get distribution on your phone, you can do it all on your phone. It's a one-stop shop. So we definitely think it is, and Philip Noyce thinks it is.
And you think it is, Kate, too, don't you, clearly?
Yes,
you won Best Director and Best Screenplay for your short film, 718,000 Hours. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
By the way, it is wonderful. Let's have a brief look at it.
The average lifespan is 82 years, which equates to 29,930 days, or 718,000 hours. This may sound like a lot, but in all these years and days and hours, we go to school, and instead of spending our weekends with friends and family, we spend them on our phones.
So there you've made a film about spending our lives on our phones, and you made it on a phone. How do you justify using that medium to make that, I guess it's quite a contradictory message?
Definitely. I just really wanted to make a film. At the time I didn't have a camera and I wanted to share this message, and I sort of saw my phone in my pocket and saw its camera and decided that was how I was going to do it.
Is this the first film you've made?
Yeah.
It's an extraordinary effort. And the idea that you talk about in that film, and we know that's not your voice, that's
my friend,
who's American.
yeah.
I think you were trying to make it sound more international or something, were you? The idea of life passing us by usually only hits us when we're older, doesn't it, Ali? And yet you seem so aware of that now. What's made you so conscious of that?
I think it was just sort of seeing people I know being on their phones even when we were out and about, and even when we were at parties, just constantly scrolling through Instagram or YouTube or Snapchat, and just sort of noticing how much they were missing out on and how much of life that they could have been enjoying if they weren't on their phones so much.
So when you made that's your first film, you decided that you did want to make a statement with it, as you've done?
Yeah, I knew that I wanted to make a film about sort of mental health and cyberbullying for a film festival, and I just decided to take a really positive approach to it and to motivate my peers to be on their phones less.
Oh, it made me think when I saw it. Ali, many of the kids' films had a social message, like 78,000 Hours. Before we talk more about that, let's have a look at the winning film. It's called Screen Age.
Come on, I'll take a picture of you. You'll get a ton of likes. Let's roll.
There's a bit of a common theme there, isn't there? Kids seem very aware of the impacts of social media. Was this a common theme that you saw?
Look, this is the 5th year of the Smartphone Flickfest, and it is the first year we've actually seen the theme of phones and the impact they're having on our lives really come through, both in the children's films and also in the open category as well. The impact, like a film about the phones are listening, or another film was about the broadcast, live streaming. Filmmakers are also finding ways to, send the text messages up on the screen as they tell their story through film and through the phones and the impact they're having on our lives. So it really did come through as a strong theme this year.
So here we are worrying about young people and whether they're spending too much time on their devices, but it seems like they're all over that. They know what's going on.
They're totally all over it, and they can direct their creativity to their phones and to make films and to tell their stories through film. That's what's really exciting about the cameras on smartphones. They just keep getting better and better.
What were some of the other social messages that were in these? Because this is, as you say, this is the kids category we're talking about.
Yeah, the
what
kids category. So some of the others, well, there were some comedies in there as well. The kids have got a great sense of humour. There were some great things. There was also a documentary about ants. I think we've got a new little David Attenborough in the making there with Rocco Ants Illawarra. Other messages coming through. There was anti-bullying, really strong with the kids. There was another film called Say Something, which was a really strong message about anti-bullying and how children should approach it and look after each other. So that is really strong with the young ones as well.
Kate, do you plan to make more films and by doing that have a social message as you go?
Yes, definitely. I think that film is all about sort of making a statement and saying something, and so I definitely plan on doing that with my future short films.
How do you think kids can merge this idea of not being on their phones too much, as is the point of your film, but at the same time being creative with them?
I think everyone has an interest, everyone has something that they're passionate about, and with our phones, so much of that is accessible on our phones, and so I think finding the apps or the websites that can help you with that, just finding ways to do it on your phone is a great way to utilise your phone for the best.
Well, I think we've just seen the start of you, that is for sure. Kate, thank you for coming in, and Ali.
Thanks so much.